Rather pedestrian performances yesterday, both 1-1, trying to get to within one win of the playoffs.
This is a big day. 8 teams saying goodbye to their chance at playing in front of a London crowd. And really, for me, Stacks, looking at the 2 players that I have my eye on, it's Chronic and Archie. Archie, one of the 2 players yesterday to not score a goal by Joyo. I was going to start talking about Oski as well with how many goals he put in, but actually get off to a hot start.
Oski with 11 goals yesterday, only 1 assist, so he's already doubled his total. Here, his 2nd assist of the week.
Very quick start.
Yeah, it's a very quick start, 14 seconds in to game number 1. You know, for Gen.G, they've got to weather this early storm out of oxygen. I didn't know that I'd necessarily have to take this one out of my hat here, but Oxygen, this split, outscored teams 43-21 in the first minute of games, and they're off to another hot start here.
The question is, we do see a demo right into a goal. Oski, who was the player for Oxygen yesterday, makes a big play with this demo into the goal with 0 boost Stacks.
Just unreal how quickly they've come out of the gates firing.
And it was so true. Yesterday, watching that power series, they were timid. We know that all 3 of those players have the ability to make plays, but they were playing, just like Oski said, not to lose. Now they're playing to win, and they have come out swinging against Gen.G.
They open that opportunity up with a physical play as that one's loose in front, and first killer will score.
And if you're a Gen.G fan, that's exactly what you're looking for. Fireworks of a game, and you love that challenge from apparently Jack. He gets the late flip into the 50, gets back down to the ground and gets a demo. Apparently Jack was brilliant in the midfield yesterday. That time he was serving as that front man. Huge play from Jack. He's so clutch for Gen.G.
Both teams very almost timid, which you wouldn't expect with all the experience on the field. Double there. Not going, but the follow-up from Oski does, and it just continues to pour in for Oxygen, their early game fireworks.
And apparently Jack, you could see, didn't get the perfect touch he was looking for, even lost control of his car after getting that touch. It leaks right out, and Oski will punch that in. Oski, who had put up insane numbers yesterday. He scored pretty much everything for Oxygen, and he's having another good start here. Archie, though, still looking for his first goal of the event, and Chronic was the other player that I was going to mention before. Only a goal yesterday, and we know what he's capable of. So both of these teams, I think, have a little room left on the ceiling of their gameplay.
Well, if they're left without any goals in this series, it won't be for lack of effort. Plenty of opportunities abound for both of these squads. The net will be available for them as Chronic trying to scramble for this ball. Got it down in front, one more challenge. Now first killer, needs one more touch to get that central, can't. Apparently Jack on target, but nothing behind it. So while there are shots, not many threatening. This one is from first killer, and it's saved. Follow-up hits the crossbar, and this is set back. Chronic has it pinball around, and even he can't buy a goal. Jack steals it at the end.
What a brawl! This game has been something else. That double tap, you were thinking surely first killer will score. Even on that one, Joyo almost got it out, but Captain Clutch, apparently Jack, there to make another big play for Gen.G.
Yeah, less of a goal steal, more of a goal secured. That one hanging perilously over the goal line. Now it's on to Oski, who has been brilliant, but he has needed help from his teammates. He's gotten minimal so far to this point. This one brought to the side and a big clear downfield. Jack is racing down there. It's all on Archie, though. His presence hasn't been felt in the scoring department, of course, but he's made himself useful in other areas. He's been a great table setter. Oski in there as well at the midfield line, and almost centered by Archie, but nobody there for it.
Good back pass as well. Joyo got a little touch, wasn't able to possess it. But this Oxygen team looking much different than the one we saw yesterday against Power.
Both teams with a +1 goal differential, but very different paths to get there. Chronic looking for first killer through traffic, instead found Oski, and he's a hard man to miss. just barreling right through the midfield and a 4-2 lead.
And another hat trick for Oski. How many hat tricks has he had this event? That's a question for Direct. Oski, he has been lights out. His scoring instinct has been on point.
Well, maybe I could say he needs help, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe he can.
I mean, that's
just
at
carry
least his
this
third,
team.
That's at least his third hat trick,
Yeah.
I'm sure, Stacks. He has been putting up the numbers.
It's hard to beat that. Killers, beast mode. They've been great as well throughout the first day of Swiss. You wonder if they can repeat those efforts. Oski has shown he can. As Joyo sweeps that out, he's got the full tank of boost, but then he gets demolished by apparently Jack.
Oh, here we go.
First killer lining up a double. Oski's got that one blocked away. And Archie's 50 goes netward, but just a little wide.
And Chronic panicked a bit on that touch, gave the ball away. Oski takes two players out of the mix. Apparently Jack trying to get this ball downfield, ran out of boost. The deflection wasn't there for first killer. It was a nice idea. So close for Gen.G, but they're still trailing by 2 with less than a minute to go. Oh, and that one off the elbow and out! Gen.G, they can't buy a goal right now.
Opportunities abound, but still nothing through. Only the 2 very early goals out of Gen.G. Another opportunity blocked way out on the wing. And back on defense goes Chronic and Gen.G. It's been a very familiar position for Chronic so far in this tournament. First killer blocked by Joyo. It's going to be on Chronic to re-trigger the counter. And apparently Jack's shot goes high, and boy, those shots have to be on target. There are no rebounds available. First killer's got a save, but they're playing a lot of defense. Down 2 goals with only 10 seconds left. Apparently Jack from the wing can't get this ball downfield. Stuffed back in by Oski, and Chronic will make a save for really no consolation at all. It is all oxygen in the second half of game 1 and a 1-0 series lead.
Hey, maybe we can...
Swimming events, they should have just a normal person in one of the lanes just for a point of reference. Right now, you'd have Oski, the Olympian, with his 14 goals so far this week, and Archie still looking for his first.
Making everyone look like they're dog paddling out there.
Apparently Jack's shot got blocked away. 2 defenders got a piece of it, and Gen.G are once again sent packing in the early stages of game 2.
The ball has spent almost as much time on Oxygen's goal line as it has in their half, but still Gen.G aren't able to put those in.
Another shot from first killer. This one blocked by Joyo. Follow up.
Another block.
Joyo stopped that as well. So now Chronic has to get involved in the offense, whether he wants to or not. And he can't get that one through the corner. Got a piece of Joyo, but it's Archie and Oski pitching that back out around the corner, then back downfield where apparently Jack has to turn on it.
See what Jack does with the ball. He had plenty of space. Opts to just go for a 50 on the air dribble, and first killer has to half flip back and gets bumped off the ball. Another situation where Gen.G, they've got time, they've got space, but they're not able to effectively start that attack.
We are seeing Oxygen play a little more physically than we've seen throughout this whole season. And they're not racking up demos, they're still getting the bumps, and those are just as disruptive against Gen.G. There's only like 100 other teams in the world that are more physical than Oxygen, but they're doing just enough to frustrate Gen.G, though Oski and Joyo ran into each other here. So it's going to be on Archie trying to score his first. No, Joyo's follow saved away by Jack.
And Jack's got the boost. Good 50 from Oski. We're seeing Gen.G have these situations where they've got boost all the way back on their own half, a little bit of space. They've got some options that they can make, or take rather. And now scoring chance. First killer shot going to be too high. Rebound! Punched in by Jack. Looks like he got some help from a defender. But good patience and execution from Gen.G.
Well, boy, if we had $1 for every Gen.G shot that was high over the crossbar by just a slim margin, wouldn't have to pay us to be here. We'd be feasting right now. So Archie's got that one through, but right to Chronic, and first killer, a clever challenge on the wall. Gen.G have a lead, but how long can they hold that? With all the opportunities they've had, not able to find the back of the net. That's got to come back to haunt them sooner or later, as that bump in the air creates an opportunity for Oxygen.
First killer tried to slow it down. Joyo, not enough boost to make a powerful shot. Jack Gonna try going coast to coast, flip reset, pass out to the middle. It finds its way over to First Killer. I think maybe even First Killer surprised that that ball came through.
Archie, another attempt denied. Right, maybe trying to set up rebound, second, third, fourth chance opportunities for Oxygen. They haven't had that early flourish that they usually rely on to try and bury a team under early pressure. Now they have to play from behind. Joyo's been a great catalyst for them in their comeback efforts, few and far between as they've been this season. As Archie's lob forward is met by First Killer. He's going to have company, though, in the form of Oski. You don't really want Oski out on the wing. You want him central, waiting for Joyo or Archie to center that ball to him. It just hasn't happened here in this game.
No hesitation from First Killer there. Everyone on Oxygen thinking it might be a pass to Jack, but Jack must have called that off early. And that one off the bar and in. First Killer does the job himself as we take another look at this one.
Well, Oski's so awkward coming out of the corner, and First Killer just waiting.
And it's the trademark, apparently, Jack play, where you pretend like you're going to play the ball and then immediately veer off, get boost, go for bumps. Jack created the space for First Killer to then shoot from. And finally, for Gen.G, who have been plagued by those shots that were just too high, just off the bar and out, this one goes bar and in. And this is an excellent response here from Gen.G in game 2.
Well, Jack has never been averse to getting his hands dirty, playing that physical game, and kind of getting in the heads of his opponents. Fills that role very well. Now Archie trying to wiggle his way through. Joyo shot dead on, blocked out by First Killer, never turned into a shot. Now Archie got it central, and no assist, as Oski could not line it up.
And Oski is retreating all the way back on zero boost. Does get that challenge. Joyo with a lot in the tank, shut down by Chronic at the midfield. Gen.G happy to melt this time off the clock. Under a minute to go.
Gonna be difficult for Oxygen to get a foothold here in this game where all the opportunities have seemingly belonged to Gen.G. On another day, they probably could be up by 3 or 4 goals. They'll have to settle for 2. Archie, flip reset, no. And Joyo stuffed by First Killer. Chronic and First trying to combine on a defensive effort. Jack's got that one away. And once again, Oxygen sent way back to the drawing board off that deflection. And Joyo can only watch the ball for a moment. He's deleted off the field. Down to 15 seconds now. Gotta hurry. Oski got bumped away from the double. There's Joyo and in!
Oski mixing it up, creating chaos. You can see First Killer got the bump. Chronic wasn't able to deny the backboard bounce. Joyo there to put it in, and now all eyes on Oxygen. What kind of kickoff strat will they have? 10
seconds. Oh, they go creative. Crisscrossing in front. Oski
Heavy
can't
touch.
chase that one down, though. It got too far away from him. And now the final few seconds. Oski, this is the guy you want on the ball.
Flick.
Jack got a piece, and now Chronic holding everything in his hands. He'll bring it down, and Gen.G level the series.
Oh, and that bump was at the end. You see the ball floating down towards the ground. I just think it was First Killer. It's tough to see, but somebody had flown right at, had made a few mistakes. There was the pass right to Oski that ended up being a goal. Multiple missed opportunities. I think Gen.G very easily could have won game 1 as well. So this that game 2 going to be a lot of wind in the sails of Gen.G. And like you said, Stacks, now all the pressure is back on Oxygen.
Some teams can wait to kind of prey on the mistakes of their opponents. Don't think either of these teams are necessarily in that category. They're gonna have to create their own chances. Oski barreling through. Will Oxygen have more first-minute heroics? It's gonna be Archie looking in the direction of Oski. Nothing brewing there, though, so now Joyo, all eyes on him, and Jack was not gonna give him the time of day. Barrels right in after him. Another aggressive play. Jack couldn't line that up. It would have been a world if he scored it. First Killer trying to float one in, and Joyo's got that away.
Immediately, Gen.G tightening the screws. And there's another shot. Oski with no boost, barely able to tap it out. But now Joyo, flip reset, back to the ball, shot on target. You see the low save from First Killer to make sure he doesn't get dunked. That was brilliant defense from First Killer.
You're seeing a much more selfless first killer than we would have seen earlier as well. You know, he's matured a lot, I think, over the last couple of years. I think there are a couple times already in this game where he would have taken a shot and said he's opted for the better option, letting Chronic take a shot very early on in this game. Now Archie trying to get the reset, and the shot easily saved away by first killer. I mean, I know they make it look easy, would have scored on maybe the other half of the field, but now Archie all day to play this ball. First killer shadowing him. Chronic underneath that, so apparently Jack has to bail him out, and both teams waiting for someone to blink. And again, that's not going to be a very profitable plan for either of these sides. Eventually somebody's got to make a play.
You wonder if Oxygen will start to slink back into their shells, especially after that last game. Oski gets up and over. It looked like first killer might have been going for the demo on Oski, but well done by Oski to get up in the air quickly to get that touch. Oski again trying to take that downfield. Archie, who's still hunting for his first goal, pushes the ball in. Gen.G now trying to get out of their own half.
Well, they've played more than 9 games now, 9.5 games, Oxygen, without Archie scoring his goal. So the only other player without one is VK Salen. Archie can't convert here either, as Chronic stands tall in front of the net.
Joyo is trying to work with that 100 boost. He is a dangerous player. You've seen his clips on Twitter. The shots that he is capable of hitting are insane, but Gen.G is not giving any space to Oxygen.
Well, what can Archie do here? High center. Joyo's there. Archie demolished, though, behind the play. It falls to Oski. Chronic not letting this ball get central. Oski bounced out of the way, but that ball bounced away from Chronic. He didn't have that read. Things just not lining up timing-wise for Gen.G. Eventually, somebody's got to touch this ball. It is sent back out of the corner. Archie going to have a go, and then he can't stay with the play. This is the Rocket League Championship Series. Both teams making it very uncomfortable for the other side.
And we even see it on that play. Every time Oxygen does manage to get it up and over the defense of Gen.G, they're at least landing the bump. It's happening every time. It happened multiple times just within that short period of time. So Gen.G, their defense is fundamentally sound. If you're either playing the ball or you're playing the player, and they're bumping players off those balls so well.
Well, Jack has first killer to his right. First killer, double tap, blocked away by Oski. What a read. Maybe one of the higher quality scoring opportunities for either side in this game. And then that one ricochets in. First killer credited with the opener.
Oh, this is heartbreaking for Oxygen. Joyo, he's just waiting to see what happens, and Archie helps with a pinch in the corner. That is a play. You do have to be careful in those situations. Archie, that time, with an assist there for Gen.G. And this game goes all the way to the final minute scoreless, and for that to be the goal, that is so devastating to the mental of Oxygen.
For all the talk about how Oxygen is great early on in games, they do seem to excel at the end as well, and they almost got an equalizer right at the last. Now they do! Oh, no!
The corner pinch sneaks through! So Oski pinches that, and apparently Jack was in position. I was thinking he was going to be able to get that touched out. And that, Oxygen catch a break thanks to that pinch from Oski. And we've got a ball game once more.
The one defensive lapse right at the end for Gen.G, and now Oxygen looking to kind of squeeze it in here. It is Archie at the side. First killer's got it away. He's not going to hand this one off to a member of the opposition easily, but Oski looking to break their hearts right at the end. Chronic will bring it down, and we'll have overtime to break a 1-1 tie.
And even that last play from Chronic, a great example of how well Gen.G has been able to challenge quickly and shut down those solo play attempts. So the ball gets through. Double tap from Chronic! And Gen.G win game 3 in overtime. They score their second, and with Chronic's second goal of the tournament, it comes at a huge time for them.
Another clutch goal. That's why it's so important to come back here against Gen.G. Archie's still yet to score a goal. Oski's got 3. Joyo's got 3. That's it for Oxygen. As first killer going to work, and he can't line it up. And first killer redirect is in.
So this was, I was going to say, Stacks, the perfect kickoff for Gen.G. First killer had him there. If that shot was on target, it's in. But then the redirect in front of net, the bicycle kick from first killer. And things going from bad to worse for Oxygen Esports.
Well, Oxygen sees another early goal. Unfortunately, it's not theirs. Oski trying to stay with this play. Falls down to Archie. His shot generates a rebound on the weak side, but instead it's first killer who stays with it. Joyo was nowhere near. This is centered for Chronic and sent out by Archie. We'll see if maybe Oxygen starts to get frustrated. See if they start overextending a little bit. And if Gen.G can capitalize on that, it'll be a very quick end to this series.
First killer keeping the ball in at midfield. Oxygen feeling the pressure from this slow start. Joyo can't get it up and over. Apparently, Jack, the defense has been so good for Gen.G over and over again. And now the deflection high to prevent this shot. Gen.G survive again.
And Archie's got to be wondering, what do I got to do to not just get a goal, just to get a shot? Apparently, Jack trying to get in the way of Joyo. First killer follows up his own, and it's a 2-0 lead for Gen.G.
First killer lobs it downfield. Apparently, Jack makes Joyo panic. You see, Joyo had 0. Archie had 0. First killer upfield, ready to punch that in. His second goal of the game. Gen.G are in their rhythm.
Two teams that came in on a +1 game differential. It's going to look real good for Gen.G if they close it out here. Trying to secure a 3-1 victory in round 3. Joyo playing close to the vest. Gave it away to first killer just about. Look at how everybody's bunched up in the corner, though, for Oxygen.
And because apparently Jack is stealing their boost, being a menace over there. You see, finally, Oski was able to get that corner boost, but Jack is playing upfield, making life difficult for Oxygen.
Well, Joyo going into the bag of mechanics, and then Gen.G just goes right over top of everybody, and Oski has to go all the way to the back again. They've done a great job of keeping Oski from in front of their own net and forcing him to kind of trigger counterattacks and making somebody other than Oski beat them.
That's
which
devastating for Joyo. He missed his wall dash and then immediately got demoed after falling off the wall.
And make somebody other than Oski beat you, because right now Oxygen have proved that, no, Oski's the only one that's going to beat anybody. Joyo shot blocked away again. He didn't have anything behind it. Actually might have been trying to center that ball. Didn't matter. Got nowhere near the intended target. Oski to stay with this, and apparently Jack back on the prowl for Gen.G.
Apparently Jack has been the boost king. He steals another one. Every time it looks like you see him on the field, he's racing somebody to the 100 boost and winning the race.
All right, they got to get Oski on this ball as often as possible. Joyo shot. That one whistles wide. Archie on the weak side, no boost over there. And apparently Jack doing just enough to slow down Joyo. Chronic missed. First killer just got a piece of that ahead of Oski. And Oxygen frustrated again, deep in Gen.G territory.
Great play from Joyo, though, to get that extra touch. I mean, even taking that first touch up and over the defender, but now Oxygen forced all the way back. Precious time ticking away. Still haven't got their first goal.
Joyo talked about yesterday having world-class teammates around him. They need to be otherworldly at this point to get Joyo and Oxygen level in this series. Joyo trying to go to work here. Chronic easily stops him. Archie with a full tank. Out of the corner, easily sent away by apparently Jack. Everything has been easy defensively for Gen.G. A couple of times they've been tested a little more than usual, but it hasn't amounted to anything. Joyo from his own back line with a minute to go. Archie running underneath. Almost a demo down there. Now Oski again can't get this ball central. There's really nobody to pass to. Archie was out on the wing. Joyo waiting for a pass that's never going to get there. and Gen.G just feel like they have a chokehold on this series.
Because they have a chokehold on all the boost. You could even take a freeze frame of the boost on that last push from Oxygen when they're in a position where they have the possession. They just don't have the boost to make the play.
I mean, it almost feels like at times watching a basketball team play without a shot block. Archie's shot there is blocked away. Now Joyo opening there and sent away by Chronic as he recovers following the demo. Now Archie denied his first goal yet again. And First Killer will have it away out towards midfield. Only 10 seconds left. Oxygen's got to score here to give themselves a shot at a kickoff goal, and there will be no time. Oxygen out of time and out of this series. Gen.G, one win away from the playoffs.
And I hate to say it, Stacks, but it looked easy for him in the home stretch. Oxygen, after burning hot in that first game, completely fizzled out offensively. It seems